Luca heard the deep, resigned voice of Mr. Nuncreed over an intercom. He knows too much. The end.
Hi everyone, welcome back to another video. We're going to be jumping back into Beacon Pines today. I'm sure you thought that I forgot about it, but I did not, I promise. If you need a little refresher, because I know it's been a while, just go back and watch part 1 and then come back to see this one. Are you sure there isn't anything you want to tell me about yesterday? Anything I want to tell you? Not really. We just sort of ran around a bit.
Gran's brow furrowed.
She know.
She let out a long sigh. Her voice was quiet and even.
I have to go take care of something. You are to stay in this house for the day. Under no circumstance are you to leave. What? If I am not back by dinner, there's stew in the icebox. But nothing. You are to stay here, understand? Yeah. Say it. I'll stay here till you get back. Good. You know I'm not staying here, Granny. Well, that was strange. I'm gonna leave the house. There's nothing you can do to stop me. I wonder if any of the things upstairs are now accessible. Because some of the rooms you can—
An eerie electronic sound echoed from Luca's bedroom.
Oh? Hello? Is anyone there? Sounds like some Morse code. Hello? Ro, is that you? I really thought I was about to explode. Strange.
Luca glanced at the now silent walkie-talkie. He wasn't sure what to think.
Oh? You shouldn't answer the door for strangers. But that's what video games are for. You can do it anyway. Oh. Roxy, you just barging on in here like you own the place. If this is about me, accidentally kicking you yesterday— accidentally. Is Rollo here? No? Look at me, Luca. This is serious. Is Rollo here? No, I haven't seen him since yesterday. Rollo didn't come home last night. What?
A pit formed in Luca's stomach.
Did he get captured? Oh, we heard him run away! And we didn't hear anyone go after him. Where was the last place you saw him? We were playing around in Weepwood, and then it was late, and we went home. Weepwood? If he's still alive, I am going to kill that little creep. Is there anything else? Anything that he said?
Luca's mouth felt dry.
Uh-huh. You should just tell the truth. No, we were just messing around. Okay. I need to go let people know to check the woods. You just stay out of trouble. Go see if he's hiding in the library or something. But
Luca
Granny
could
said
feel
that
his
we
heart
couldn't
beating
leave
in
the
his throat.
house. Rollo. Pacing around. Where are you? Let's go. We gotta save our bestie. We got him into trouble in the first place. Let's see what these guys are up to. What's this about a missing child? She is gorgeous. What are you? That's what I want to know. Are you like a squirrel? Or a cat? I don't know what she is. But I love her eyes. I must stress that the situation is completely under control. It just all seems so terrible. And you're sure there's nothing we can do to help? Nonsense, young Miss Cotter. Young Mr. Cotter will turn up safe and sound, I am certain. You just focus on settling in. I trust my sister has supplied you with suitable lodging. Oh yes, Mr. Valentine. Miss Valentine has been more than accommodating. We were just telling our daughter, Beck, that... Now where did she run off to? There's a new girl in town? Where's the library? Last Chance Diner. I don't think it was back this way. No. Let me see if she's heard anything. She's the eyes and ears of this place. Mostly the ears, I guess. Is it true about Rolo? Yeah, he didn't come home last night. I wonder if it's connected. Connected to what? I was checking in on reports about increased activity around town. What sort of activity? Windowless trucks, mechanical noises, strange lights, your typical shady stuff. Who would be doing all of that and why? Well, I have a few leads. The Valentine family's always suspicious. Perennial Harvest certainly has the resources. Do you have any idea where Rolo could be? The best place to start looking is where the trail went cold. Where did you see him last? We were in Weepwood, right by Valentine's fertilizer. Dun, dun, dun. I mean, it makes sense. Maybe Valentine was framed, or like someone wanted to get him out of the picture. I'll check out Weepwood when my shift ends. I do my best work at night. That's probably the only time you can really see. Okay, where the heck is the library? Ah, here's the library. Right by the drugstore. It's a penguin!
Kato volunteered at the library during the summers. He wasn't very social, so he'd dedicate each summer to becoming an expert in a single subject, making him a reliable source of very
pretty
particular
smart.
knowledge. If you were to ask Kato something he didn't know, he'd escape into the dusty old bookshelves and return with just the right thing.
Hey, Kato.
Kato was lost in his reading. Luca crooked his neck to see the title. Introduction to Melitology.
What is that? Oh, hey, Luca, you snuck up on me. He is adorable! Good book? Oh no, just started it.
He gestured to the shelves.
So cute. I'm really running out of books and I haven't read yet. So now it's on to the wonderful world of bees. Yes, bees! My favorite. I want to have an apiary one day. Turns out, bees are pretty cool. Yeah, they are. For instance, did you know that 70% of bee species actually live in underground tunnels? Or that if there are 2 queens in a hive, they'll fight to the death for supremacy? Bees are fascinating. That's interesting, but you haven't seen Rolo recently, have you? Not since yesterday. Keep an eye out for him, okay? Sure thing. If I see him, you'll be the first to know. You puns are so bad. What sort of monster puts candy behind a locked door? Oh, hey, Mr. Nuncreed. Oh yeah, Mr. Nuncreed works weird hours sometimes. Of course he does. How about you? When do I work? No. What's your name? Luca Van Horn. You new here? Yep, not by choice.
Beck's family moved often, giving her little time to establish any real connections. She
All of
would
her
tell you
characters
she
designed
prefers it
too.
that way.
All the characters in this are just so good. I'm looking for my friend Rolo. He didn't come home last night. So he's missing? I guess so. Like, missing? Does that sort of thing happen a lot around here?
Luca shifted his feet uncomfortably.
Yeah, girl, you should run while you still can. Well, that sucks. Yeah. So I should probably get going. Bye, Beck. We'll see you later. Hey, wait up. What?
Beck pulled a coin from her pocket.
Good luck coin? Heads and tails? I love that. I'm coming with you. What? So says the unlucky penny. Unlucky? Yep, well technically it landed on heads. Leave this kid to find his friend. Alone. But I always do the opposite. Oh, that's kind of like me and Rolo. I guess Rolo's my unlucky penny. That settles it. A person should never be without their unlucky penny. Let's go find him. I kind of wish that I could do that, just like be like flip a coin and go with it, but I feel like I would be like, Name's Beck. Pleasure to meet you, Beck. I suppose I could use some help. Try to keep up. Let's go, girl. They've locked it up. Dang, they boarded up the way in. So somebody knows we went there. Sketch.
Luca felt a chill as he approached Beck. Her eyes were locked on the strange green liquid. The nearby grass was coated in a fine layer of frost.
Is this anything normal around here? Besides, puddles of glowing ooze are definitely not what I expected from this place. I have no idea what that stuff is. Well, the obvious step is science. And what does science suggest? Poke it with a stick.
Luca watched as Beck dipped a broken tree branch into the goo.
It's gonna sizzle.
Beck's eyes widened as flowers grew from the dead wood.
Not what I expected. I was definitely thinking acid.
First small buds, which quickly bloomed into vibrant petals.
Pretty. What the? Cool!
As quickly as they had grown, the flowers began to shrivel and turn gray.
Huh?
Beck dropped the stick with a grunt of disgust.
Okay. So the science tells us this gunk is weird as hell. Yeah, it seems dangerous. Hello, friends! What the hell?
Hey Tish, look what the cat dragged in.
Yup. Do you say anything other than yup, Tish? I don't have time for this right now, Iggy.
Don't say things like that. It hurts Tish's feelings. Ain't that right, Tish?
Yup. She looks fine to me.
Why, hello. I don't think we've been properly introduced. Iggy's the name. This is my compatriot Tish.
Yup. You've probably heard of us. Can't say I have. I'll forgive you this once, on account of you being new around here.
Why would you hang out with this dud?
Oh? He seems pretty alright. Iggy, why do you have to be so... you?
Has he even told you that his parents skipped out on him?
Shut up.
It's true. They got tired of having such a pathetic kid and left him.
Iggy, I'm only gonna say this one time. Don't talk about my family.
Well, look who's grown a backbone now that a girl's around. First his pops croaked, then his mom finally couldn't take it anymore and bounced. You're gonna get punched, my guy.
Iggy took a step towards Luca.
I do have
smear
a
lit
fight
by
card,
the
my
glowing
guy.
puddle.
Ooh.
Beck could
If
see
we shove him
tears
in the
welling
puddle,
in
what's gonna
Luca's eyes.
happen?
His fists clenched. Some things about Beacon Pines were very different from the city, but a bully from a hayseed town is really no different from a city bully. Beck took a deep breath and thought.
Well, time to bust out the... What happened to my other ones that I just got? The tickles. But what about the fight and the tender and all that stuff? I mean, tickling is probably just gonna throw him off. It's just as strange as doing something strange. I feel like if we weird him out, he's just gonna be a dummy. So I'm just gonna tickle him.
Well, time to bust out the tickles.
The hell?
Hey Tish, wanna see something cool?
Yup. Take it.
Beck lunged forward and began to tickle under Tish's arms.
Get her!
What the?
Tish, is she tickling you?
Yup. Yup.
Tears began to form in Tish's eyes as she gasped for breath between gales of laughter. Beck redoubled her efforts until Tish finally had had enough.
That was seriously made her run away.
What just happened?
She seems nice. Sorry for the interruption. I think we were just threatening us.
Iggy's eyes darted around, a realization dawning on his face that he was now outnumbered.
And he's tiny.
I just remembered. I have somewhere to be.
Mm-hmm.
See you around, new kid.
Iggy kicked at the puddle before making his escape.
Uh-oh. What's it gonna do to her? Whoa, what a little creep. Beck, I think you got a little ooze in your hair.
Beck shook the ooze out of her hair as best as she could.
Now she's got a little spot. Now you look badass. Is it bad? It depends. What are your feelings about having a more mature, refined look? Oh god. Why are you running away?
Chapter 4. The Best Policy. Luca paused for a moment, catching his breath. He'd only just met Beck, and somehow he already managed to drag her into this mess. Hopefully he could
she
make it
chose
up to
this
her.
path.
But finding Rollo was his primary concern.
Property of Valentine Fertilizer Company. Looks old. What was Valentine doing? Oh. Luca, what the hell are you doing here? And why did a kid with gray hair just run past us in a panic?
Roxy and Fitz looked drained. It was clear they'd spent all day searching.
That's Beck. I don't care who she is. What happened? You're just helping look for Rolo. Luca, I need you to start telling me the truth.
Roxy's temper could often be dismissed as the impatience of an older sibling, but this was the most intense Luca had ever seen her.
I mean, her
Her
sibling's
eyes
missing.
were wild and unfocused, looking straight through Luca.
We're running out of time.
In a torrent of rambled words and tears, Luca broke down.
Aw. Rolo and I were just playing in Weepwood yesterday. We were investigating lights at the old Valentine warehouse, but someone was there in a strange suit. And we hid in the dumpster, and I had a heavy bag dropped on us, and I think it was a body. And so we ran, but we got split up. And I ran home. And it's all my fault. And now my best friend may never come back. Wow. Just, wow.
Roxy, still exhausted and angry, softened briefly as her eyes hunted the ground in thought. With a determined sigh, she looked up at Luca.
It's not your fault, Luca. Well, it's gonna be okay, I promise.
Roxy drew herself up.
I'm gonna fix this. Luca, go home. But I want to help. This is too dangerous for a kid. I can't just sit around, I have to do something.
Roxy tried to think of the safest place to send Luca.
You go back to that little treehouse you two like to play in. Wait there in case Rolo shows up. Sound like a plan?
Luca wiped his cheeks and gave a quick nod.
You did the right thing telling me the truth. Now, scoot. You really believe his story? What other option do we have? Things have been strange around here, leading up to the festival. My dad has been acting weird lately. Well, weirder than normal.
Looking into the puddle, Roxy rubbed her arms to warm up.
Why is it so cold here? This place gives me the willies. Don't touch the puddle, girls. Wait at the treehouse in case Rolo shows up. Here.
Mr. Nuncreed jumped with a start.
Whoa, don't sneak up on an old fella like that. Sorry. Who are you talking to? What?
Luca motioned to the phone booth.
Oh, no. I was just checking because I thought I heard it ring. But the dang thing never does, of course. Yeah, I've never seen anyone use it, really. The whole thing's a waste of money, if you ask me. Any word from Rolo yet? Not yet. Long time for that boy to lose his way. Rolo knows those woods too well to get lost. I suppose you're right. Silly boy's antics have this whole town worried sick. Antics? We all know Rolo likes to play his little pranks. You think this is a prank? What other possible explanation could there be? He's not playing a prank, and he didn't get lost. Someone took him. I know it. How would you know that? Unless... Luca, is there something else that you know?
Mr. Nuncreed gently placed one of his substantial hands on Luca's shoulder.
Don't trust the rabbit! Dang it, boy. If there's something you know, something that could help your friend, you need to tell folks.
Luca peered up at Mr. Nuncreed. Kind eyes warmed a stern face. There was a deeper emotion hiding beneath it all.
He's suspicious!
It was subtle, but Luca could sense something eating away at him.
There was a strange lurking behind those eyes. There was a shame.
There was a shame lurking behind those eyes. A deep sadness. If
What did you
Mr.
do,
Nuncreed
rabbit?
was that worried about Rolo, maybe he could help.
Yesterday, Rolo and I were messing around the old Valentine warehouse.
Mr. Nuncreed raised an eyebrow.
Both of you? You were with Rolo when he went missing? Was it you in the yellow suit? Not exactly. I was hiding in the dumpster. The dumpster? What were you doing in there? At first we were just looking around. Then someone in a strange yellow suit came and dumped something on us. We both got scared and ran. That was the last time I saw him. He got scared by some garbage? A Well, that's why you don't go skulking in someone's dumpster. But it wasn't garbage. I think it was a body. I'm sure it was just some trash. No, there was a name tag. It said Deep Engineering.
Mr. Nuncreed's shoulders slumped.
I wish you wouldn't have said that.
A deep sigh bellowed from his chest.
Ah! Why did you have to? I tried, Luca. God knows I tried to keep you safe.
Luca attempted to take a step back, but Nuncreed's hand clamped down on his shoulder.
It's the rabbit! But you Van Horns just can't keep to yourself. I can't help yourselves, can you? You were all so close. So close to being done with this.
With a firm shove, Nuncreed manhandled Luca into the phone booth.
What the hell? What are you doing? It's out of my hands now.
The door latched shut with a mechanical hiss.
Is it actually like an elevator? Shit.
As Luca pounded the glass, the floor dropped from under his feet. The inside of the phone booth was now a loose capsule plummeting at gravity's whim. Luca winced and pressed his hands to the walls. As he braced for impact, the capsule hurried to a surprisingly smooth stop. He felt a cold rush of air and opened his eyes with hesitance. Two large figures in hazmat suits occluded his view. Luca heard the deep, resigned voice of Mr. Nuncreed over an intercom. He knows too much. The end.
What?
Wait. No. This isn't the end.
Better not
I know
be.
There's still much more. Somehow this went wrong. Okay, let's try something else.
Well, I found other ones, but it won't let me use them. Should we go all the way back? Like back to the beginning? Because I found other ones, but I don't see them in here because I must not be able to use them. What happens if instead of this, I use strange?
Well, time to bust out the strange.
Alright, Luca, looks like you need a little mud bath. What's wrong with you, new kid? We're about to pound your friend.
Beck stared in silence, the only sign of life being the twitch of an eye.
It's weird when people don't talk. Yup. Stop being a weirdo. Hello? Are you some kind of wackadoo? Makes sense. Wackadoos travel in packs, eh,
At
Dud?
the sight of Iggy taunting Beck, something in Luca snapped. Iggy's
Get
face
him!
shifted to a look of shock as Luca launched himself into his stomach.
Ah!
Iggy's clothes were drenched in the glowing ooze.
That rat's gonna get messed up. You jerk, my clothes are ruined. I'm
Iggy's
gonna...
voice began to slur as he struggled to get up.
Uh-oh. Struggle. I don't feel so good. Oh my god, he's morphing! I'm sorry, I just... Oh shit. Yup. Is that kid gonna die? I think we fucked him up. That was intense. Iggy's gonna be okay, right? Nothing about this seems okay.
The person at the warehouse, this strange ooze, and what it did to Iggy. Was Rollo caught up in all of this?
We have to go find Rollo. You took the words out of my mouth. What's this guy doing? Whoa there, little buddies. You startled me. What in the dickens are you up to in this part of town? We're just helping look for Rollo. Oh, you haven't heard the good news? Rollo showed up safe and sound a bit ago. Really? So where was he? It's funny, really. He's got a little turnaround in the woods. They can be disorienting, you know? I'm starting to get that impression. Rollo's at his house now, getting some well-deserved rest. Wow, that's a relief. You two should scurry along before you get yourselves lost. Yeah, come on, Beck. I can't wait to introduce you to Rollo. Oh, that reminds me. Luca, your grandmother was looking for you. She was? She was worried sick. You should march straight home. I guess. Beck, your folks might be getting worried too. I'll walk you home. I need to talk with Nellie about work
Beck
anyway.
glanced toward Luca.
I guess all's well that ends well. I'll introduce you to Rollo tomorrow. Sure. Glad he's okay. Something ain't right.
Rollo was safe. A wave of relief washed over Luca, which was quickly replaced by a sense of dread. Gran is going to kill me.
Yeah, because you
If
left
he
the
hurried,
house.
he might just make it home before sundown. Chapter 4. Our harvest awaits. Luca took a deep breath and gingerly opened the door, steeling himself for Gran's wrath.
Gran? I'm home. Everything's fine. Gran? That bunny was after your grandma, so who only knows what happened with that. Gran? I know I wasn't supposed to go anywhere. I was just helping look for Rollo. She outside, maybe? Nope, not even out here. Gran? Roxy came over. She was worried about him, so I figured you wouldn't mind if I helped look for him. Turns out Rollo is safe and sound. Where's this woman at?
Luca was alone. The house was empty.
So Gran's not back yet. Guess that's a good thing. Nothing to do now but sleep, I guess. Nah, she gone too.
Luca was sitting by the
like
pond,
that.
listening to small waves lap against a rock. His father sat in a folding chair in front of him. Without turning, he spoke. "Why don't you grab me some nice bait?" "Sure thing, Dad." Luca hopped over to the tackle box and popped open the lid. Inside was a rolling, buzzing mass. "We're fishing with bees?" Luca's father gave a warm chuckle. "Well, you catch more fish with bees than honey. Pick us out a good one." Luca closed his eyes
What?
and plucked out a bee. He could feel its wings struggle between his finger and thumb. Holding it at arm's length, he hurried over. His father deftly baited the hook and examined his work.
Bee.
Interesting choice. With a practiced flick of the wrist, the line buzzed in a graceful arc. The water accepted it without a splash or ripple. The wrong choice. But I respect it. The pond began to freeze over.
What?
Sometimes we gotta make the wrong choice before we can make it right. Pallid ice propagated across the still surface with an alarming speed. Luca scrambled back as the ground beneath him turned cold. "Dad, I don't understand." "Sorry, kiddo. Understanding isn't always part of the deal." The relentless ice shot through the fishing line toward his father. "Dad, look out!" His father casually wound the reel. "None of it's your fault, you know. Never was." "Dad, we have to go!" Luca grabbed his father's shoulders, trying to pull him away. "Please, you have to run!" The ice crackled as it spread across his father's hands. That's the thing about fishing, Luca. His chest began to crystallize. You toss your hook in, and you never know what you're gonna pull out. A shock of searing cold ran up Luca's arms. He gave one last desperate tug. The chair tipped backwards in a single frozen mass. Luca tried to stop the momentum, but it was too late.
You just
He
shattered him.
watched the icy form of his father slam into the hard ground, shattering into 1,000 pieces that crowded around his feet. "Dad, I don't understand. What does all this mean?" The gentle rustle of leaves was the only reply.
Did someone tuck you in? Did Gran come back?
Luca's eyes struggled to focus on the walkie-talkie.
Rollo?
Faintly, he could hear Rollo amongst the noise.
Luca! Oh, is that you? Luca! There? Rollo, it's the middle of the night. Luca, thank God. Listen. I don't know how long this thing will work down here. Down here?
Rollo's voice was coming through more clearly now, but some words were still just static.
Listen to me. Someone grabbed me yesterday. What? The man in the hazmat suit? Took me to some sort of... I think I'm underground. Underground? Are you okay? Kinda. They seem more interested in... for now, at least. Mr. Kerr said you made it back home safe. Kerr? No. Trust. He's... Hold on. Someone's
The
coming.
signal went silent.
Rolo? Rolo, where are you?
Luca held still, waiting for a
That
response.
bunny nabbed him and took him down into the basement of
His pounding
whatever.
heartbeat marking the
The
passage of
underground.
time.
His pounding heart marking the passage. Okay, I think they're gone. Getting worse. I can barely hear
Lolo's
you.
voice began to fade.
Losing signal. Not much time. Mission control. We need to... The treehouse. The treehouse!
With that, the signal died for good.
What was he trying to say about the treehouse? What's at the treehouse? The antenna! He wants me to use the antenna in the treehouse to get a better signal. Rolo, you're a genius.
Luca grabbed the walkie-talkie and sprinted to the treehouse. Luca heard a group of footsteps approaching. He dashed behind the bushes to avoid being spotted.
It's Gran. She's okay, that's good. So we all understand our roles. You can count on me. I still think we need more time. This wasn't the original plan.
Mr. Tolliver paused, shifting his eyes to one side.
We're all in danger now. I, for one, refuse to sit idly by while that danger persists. Hiram, you just keep your wits about you.
Mr. Tolliver took one long, quiet breath.
You're right. You can count on me. I just wish we could have made that deal with Eris Valentine. The resources would have still come in handy. As I said, I had no time to contact her about your calls this morning. Plans change? How's Luca holding up? He's fine. We shouldn't lose sight of the fact that this is all... I know very well what all this is for. We have no choice. Operation Sparkplug has a new objective. Are we in agreement?
The three shared a determined look.
What are y'all plotting? Good. We'll reconvene after the festival. Granny, what secrets are you hiding? Does she sense him being there? Gran, what are you meeting with Mr. Fartelli and Mrs. Fartelli and Mr. Tolper late at night? Whoa! Hey, Luca. Ah! Dawn, you scared me. How long have you been there? Oh, just a few minutes. Earlier today, I saw Mr. Tolver and your Gran entering the diner together. When my shift was at the newsstand was over, they still hadn't left. So I used the greatest tool of any investigative reporter. Time. When they left, I tailed them here. What do you think they're up to? Whatever it is, they seem organized and determined. They mentioned the festival. Yeah, I heard that too. Has your Gran been doing anything different recently? Anything strange? She got a phone call this morning and rushed out the door. A call from Hiram Tolver, it seems. She was either furious or terrified. Or both. Luca, be careful out there. I think we might be in the middle of the scoop of a lifetime. I will. Adios, Dawn. Aren't you coming out? Nah, I'm gonna stake out here for a bit. See ya, Luca. The way she just... Is the light on in here? Rolo? Rolo, are you there? Someone kidnapped him again and took the walkie-talkie. I'm at the treehouse now, Rolo. Mr. Kerr said you were alright. Don't give too much information, dude. What happened out there? Dang it, Rolo, where are you? Huh? Who's there?
Luca could only see a cloaked shape behind the rocket.
I've got weapons in here, so you'd better come out right now.
He strained to hear as a muffled voice began.
Is it the rat?
weapons. How could you hurt something that's already dead?
Fear gripped Luca's throat.
It's the rat! Who are you? What? You don't recognize me? I guess I don't even recognize myself anymore.
Luca stared at the ground for a moment, trying to place the dampened voice. The figure shifted slowly from behind the rocket,
How'd they
revealing
get in there
itself to
so
Luca.
easily? Aw, poor thing. I'm a monster. And now they hunt me like the beast I am. Iggy.
Luca reached over empathetically. Iggy's tone jolted to dejected anger.
Don't touch me. This is all your fault.
Luca slumped to the ground, overwhelmed by guilt.
I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to. I lost control. So you couldn't control yourself for a second, and I get to be like this forever? There must be a way to fix this. Oh, you're gonna be my savior? Perfect little Luca saves the day. This positive attitude and power of friendship. None of this matters. There's no time. They're after me. They chased me all through the Weep Woods. I only came in here to hide. Hide from who? Who's after you? Luca. Luca. Rolo? It's not safe, Luca. Rolo, where are you? The treehouse. I'm at the treehouse, Rolo. Where are you? No, Luca, the treehouse isn't safe. They said they're gonna go to the treehouse. They were going to the treehouse. I was trying to tell you to stay away from the treehouse. Who said they're going to the treehouse? The clipboards. What did I tell you? Those perennial harvest wackadoos are after me. They've been chasing me, yelling questions at me. The Mr. Kerr was the one that did all the questions, I think, at the beginning by the perennial harvest building. What sort of questions? They were saying the same stuff they always do, but it's different now. Less asking, more threatening. We're gonna figure this out, Iggy. Yeah, well, thanks. Hello? Is anyone present in this arboreal domicile? I'm gonna lock that shit. Crap, they found me. Luca, what's happening? Don't panic. You stay here and I'll see what they want. What on earth? Hello, Mr. Van Horn. We would love to hear your thoughts. Do you have time for an informal chat? We will be brief. Your time is valuable to us. Be down in just a second. Of course. We have a problem. Luca, you gotta get out of there. Who's out there? Is it them? Yeah, it's the clipboards. A bunch of them. How many? Maybe all of them? And yeah, you're right. They're saying the same stuff, but with this creepy knob cranked to 10. With the creepy knob cranked to 10. Might young Iggy be present? We would love to hear his thoughts. Run!
Iggy slumped to his knees.
I don't know what to do. I'm just so tired. Luca, what do we do?
Luca grabbed the walkie-talkie and headed for the window.
Follow my lead.
Luca and Iggy climbed up the back of the treehouse to its roof, where Rolo had constructed his MCDC, the Mission Control Defense Cannon.
Nice.
From behind the crowd of clipboards, William Kerr strode forward, a warm smile on his face.
Iggy, there you are. You gave us all a heck of a scare. Go away. Just leave me alone. Oh, I'm sorry, Iggy, but no can do. Don't worry, though. We're here to help. Help? Then why were you chasing me? Luca, can you talk some sense into your pal here? Just look at him. He's not well. What's wrong with him? What did that gunk do to him? Well, that's a pretty honking question. Big question, Luca. All you need to know is that he's sick. He's really sick, Luca. I just need you to let us up there and take care of him. He told me Rolo was okay, that he was back at his place resting. He is. Poor fella just got a little lost. That's a lie. That is a hurtful thing to say, Luca. I thought we were buddies. Why? Because he let you ramble on like a wackadoo? Nobody likes you, you creep.
Kerr's smile faltered.
Why don't you pop on down here so we can have a face-to-face? Feeling like this is gonna give us a heck of a sore throat. And who wants that?
Luca's grip tightened on the MCDC.
What did you do to Rolo, you liar? Well, shucks, Luca. The only teeny tiny fib I told you was that he was at home. He is resting, and he is perfectly safe. For now, at least. What happens to him next is up to you, Luca. Look around. You're in quite the pickle, and I'm the only person in the whole wide world who can help you. You get to decide how this ends.
Luca's mind raced. He was caught in a trap. What do you do when there's no hope? He wiped his cheeks with a sleeve. What are you gonna do, Luca?
Luca drew himself up and decided to take the only option they had left. I guess fight is what we
Luca
got.
drew himself up and decided to take the only option they had left. Fight. He swung the mission control defense cannon around, aiming it confidently at the smirking face of William Kerr.
Isn't it just like a plunger? Hey, Mr. Kerr.
Luca summoned his most insolent demeanor.
Rolo sends his regards. Hey, that was uncalled for, more than a little rude, and just plain unsanitary. Luca, I really did think we were good pals. What a shame that it's come to this.
Kerr turned his back on the two boys.
Now you just let him have a way to get up in this.
With a nonchalant wave of the hand, he made his exit. As the clipboards began to slowly advance on the treehouse, Luca looked to Iggy with resignation in his eyes.
Can't you, like, crank that thing back up?
The end
All these
That-
endings, dude.
escalated quickly. Maybe discretion was the better part of valor here. Let's put a pin in this for now.
I see. So, regardless, I still ended up not getting very far. Well, that was interesting. Thank you guys for tuning in. I appreciate it very, very much. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe to catch more videos in the future. We'll be setting up for part 3 in the not too distant future. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. I will see you in the next video. Bye!